Good morning, everybody. It's 9:15. We're going to try this again one more time. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. Apparently that happens whenever it feels like it randomly with no warning. But we're excited. Right now it's 9:15. We're going to get this going. I'm Gardy. I got Crystal with me. What's up?
I'm Crystal. What's up?
And we had a whole conversation on it being your birthday yesterday, turning 27. And what does that mean? Like, it's the first day of 27. Or like the second, I guess, right?
It's the second day of 27. And let me just say, 27 has been magical.
So far, huh?
So far. Yesterday was great. I had cupcakes. I got to hang out with kids. Everybody decorated my office. Everything has been smooth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep it going smooth this morning. And we're going to go ahead and switch this over to the FM and get it going. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. That's Vertical Worship, Strength of My Life, right here on 99.5. You can always go and stream us from anywhere in the world if you have the KHEA Radio app. Or if you're in Galveston County, you can turn your radio to 99.5. I'm Gardy. I got my friend Crystal with me. What's up?
Hi, I'm Crystal.
So it's going to be a good morning, and I can tell because there's already been some obstacles that have been thrown in our way with our Facebook stream and our audio and everything else, and that's how I know it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes 100% sense. Whenever you've got all these obstacles coming against you, that's how you know you're onto something good.
That you're on the right track.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like a mentality switch or where, I don't know, that comes from, but it's like the glass half full type thing.
You're choosing to see the bright side of things.
Yeah. One thing that I definitely want to talk about is the Astros play tonight. Crystal, have you been following the Astros at all?
Oh, absolutely. My brother is like obsessed with baseball. He eats, sleeps, and breathes baseball. So Astros is all he cares about.
Right. So it's a best of 7 series, right? They're playing the Yankees. A lot of people are talking about them stealing signs, and they say, oh, it's cheating and all of this other nonsense, which I think is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. You know, if you can hit a fastball this coming 100 miles an hour, even if you know what's coming or like there's pitch tip, I don't know what it is. But either way, the Astros played tonight. They were supposed to play yesterday. Did you see any of that? That they had to change the game today?
I didn't see that.
And I was excited for a couple of reasons. You know, working at a church, whenever there's like a 7 p.m. start to a game,
you can't watch it.
I can't watch it. And then a lot of people may be like, hey, I can watch it if they don't work at the church, and then they may not come.
That's true.
So.
Oh, maybe that's why we only had like 25 kids last night. Maybe they were all watching the Astros.
Man, so the Astros, they play tonight. They're going to be playing in New York. I think they're going to win. They might as well go ahead and knock it out as soon as possible. But they're up 2-1. That's a good spot to be in. And then they come back to Houston, I believe, and they're going to have some more wins and get this knocked out. And let's do the World Series again. So we have a video opener that we play at church, right? Mm-hmm. And it has a line in there. It says, the Astros win the World Series. So I'm really hoping
that's prophetic.
That it's prophetic, one. And two, it'll make that opener not be dated. Like from 2017 or 2018, whenever it was created. Then it's like, hey, man, yeah, the Astros win the World Series. That it's still like a very relevant.
It's fresh. It's new.
It's a fresh. And so I have my baseball bat today. My KHEA Radio Louisville Slugger in honor of the Astros getting that W tonight. And I miss this thing. Did you ever have a chance to tune into any of the shows when I had this for like 2 weeks straight?
Yeah, I saw it the first time you had it, and I was like, you look like Negan.
Hey, your brother has one of these, huh?
He does. Actually, he's probably got like 10.
10?
I mean, he's got a ton of bats, but yes, he has one exactly like that.
That's awesome.
Except it doesn't say KHEA.
Yeah, this is a baseball bat. It says KHEA Radio. And you know it's official? It says the #1 station. The #1 KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're the best of the KHEAs out there.
#1 station, period, or #1 station in Galveston County? What are we aiming for here?
Well, as far as we know, we are the only FM radio station in Galveston County. So I'm going to say that we're the #1.
Woo, woo.
All right. And then we're the #1 station called KHEA Radio. Like out of all the KHEA radios in the world, that we have to be the top.
We're the top.
Yeah. So, hey, let me know if you're watching on Facebook. Let me know what you got going on today. Hey, I see Sarah tuned in. Good morning, Sarah. And it's your birthday. Let me know how old you are. And hopefully you have a good day.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, Crystal's birthday was yesterday, 27. The big 27.
You just keep putting it out there. 27.
That's young.
27. That's not young.
That sounds old to you?
Yes, it's 3 years away from 30. It's not young. I'm officially in my late 20s.
I'm trying to think how old I was when my son was born. Yeah, I guess I was like 26.
See?
And so I felt young. I felt young enough.
Yeah, but you had a kid. You were already like further along in the whole like building a family and doing the adult thing.
I guess. It was like a restart.
Whoa.
It was a wake-up call. That was whenever I was like, man, I'm going to have a kid. Oh, man, I got to get something, I got to get this moving in the right direction. No joke. That's what I did. Right now it's 9:20. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. If you are watching, let me know, where are you watching from? And there's something, Colton, whenever he's in studio, he always says, if you're watching on Facebook, do hashtag live squad. And then if you're watching a replay on Facebook, put replay squad. I don't want to steal that necessarily, but I'm stealing it. So if you're watching live, put live squad. And if you are watching on a replay, put replay squad. And then if you're listening on 99.5 FM, just settle in, get buckled in. We're going to have some fun. Hey, Bayou Fest is this weekend. Lamarck Bayou Fest at Highland Bayou Park. You haven't been yet.
Did you get your all-access pass?
Mayor Hawking told me I could, but I need to go pick it up. And I think they said that they weren't handing them out till like today.
You better go get it.
For security purposes.
Before they run out.
Yeah. Well, I hope they don't run out. I think he like speaks it, and then just like another one appears.
It manifests.
Yeah, I can't even remember. What did he say? He's the hog, the head hog
head
of the
hog, or
I don't know.
I can't remember.
He was really cool. Like the way he says and he's about himself.
No, he's so sweet.
Yeah, he's a
like
good
the
guy.
nicest person.
Hey, so I see that Christina Maldonado said, I'm watching for Clear Lake, Texas, working out, getting a nice run in. Hey, good morning. Good morning to you. And I've been struggling this week with my working out regimen by not going. I've planned to go, but it's been a tough week. Not a tough week. It's been an amazing week. It's been a tough week for sleep. It's been if you're sleep in my life right now, hey, you ain't getting it in, right? You're not. And it like as far as like being rested, I want to make sure that I am, so that way in the day I can try and get all the stuff done that I need to.
That makes sense to me.
Is that a good excuse?
I mean, you're talking to the person who hasn't been to a gym in like 2 years, so.
Yeah, because I got to wake up at 5 or 5:30, but if I'm going to sleep at like 1:30 or 2, I feel like it's like trash. It's not going to matter. Like if I go, I'm just not going to have a good workout. I'm not going to feel rested. And so I've been trying to get some sleep in, and I did last night. But I set my alarm for 5:30 to try and go work out at 6. But I hit that alarm, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go tomorrow.
Is a trash workout better than no workout?
I don't think so.
You don't?
No, because then if I have a bad workout and then I had bad to no sleep, it's just going to make the day a little bit harder.
I don't know. Someone said something to me the other day that I thought was interesting, because you hear everybody say that like things aren't worth doing, or like anything worth doing is worth doing well. But I heard someone say it the opposite way. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. And I think the point they were trying to make is that if it's really worth it, then even if you do a poor job at it, it still has value. And that's how you know that it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
If working out to you, if a trash workout is not worth it, then maybe working out as a whole just ain't worth it.
Man.
Totally giving you all the reasons to be lazy.
Well, there was a trainer and a good friend that I have that I talked to about working out while sick. Like if I had a cold, is it worth it for me to get up and still try and go and lift some weights, to go and try and, walk on the treadmill, do something? He said, man, if you're not feeling good, like that rest does more for your body to recover than you would if you were out there trying to push weights and sweat. You're just going to end up not allowing your body to heal. And so that's kind of the approach. Ever since he told me that, and he actually used to work for the Houston Astros. He was one of their trainers. And so I'm like, if he's telling Jose Altuve this,
yeah, I would follow that.
I think I'm going to listen. This guy knows what he's talking about.
But you're not sick. You're just sleepy.
I'm just sleepy.
So, I mean, that's kind of different. Your body's not trying to heal or recover.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sleepy too. And I'm not going to the gym, so.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm getting some feedback right now. It says, hey, you can do it. Hey, excuses don't burn calories. That's true. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. Class starts at 5:18, but I slept, so hence the run later. Okay. That makes sense.
That's true. And if it's really important to you, you'll find the time, even if you're sleepy.
Yeah, I'm going to work out tomorrow. But here's the thing. I still have excuses. Because it's like if it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it was like, man, I'm not getting good sleep for any of these, and I got to get up and then have a full day and a late night. But I don't know. I'm about to get back on a normal schedule here, and then I'm knocking it out tomorrow morning. Saturday, I'm going to go work out in the morning, and then I'm heading out to Bayou Fest, and we're going to get some filming done.
So tell me about Bayou Fest. What exactly is it?
So Lamarck Bayou Fest. It used to be called Fair on the Square, downtown Lamarck. They have since moved it to, it's Mac McGaffey, Highland Bayou Park, which is really close to where I grew up. I grew up right here in Lamarck, Texas, and it is an event that has something for everybody. There's a concert like at night with some huge country music artists, I believe like Clay Walker, Shiny Ribs, and Kevin Fowler. We're also giving away a pair of Kevin Fowler meet and greet tickets, and I'm going to announce those winners today, I believe, and I'm just waiting for some clarification from the city of Lamarck, what instructions they want me to give. So that's a night. Amico Federal Credit Union, which is my credit union, and I went there the other day, and I was like, how long have I been a member here? They said since 2003, so that's 16 years in this past summer, and I was trying to figure out why did I open a bank? But that's when I got my first job. In 2003, I was a lifeguard in League City.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and I took my paycheck, and I took it straight to Amico because that's what my parents used, and bought their cars and houses and everything through Amico. But Amico, they sponsor the firework display, which Mayor Hawking's words, he said it's the best firework display in Galveston County. I haven't had the opportunity. Oh, he said in the fall.
He said in the fall because it's the only fall one.
The only firework display in the fall. But shout out to Amico, I guess, for making that possible. And then there's a lot of events in the day for kids. Do you remember any of the ones that we had talked about?
No.
Really?
I really don't.
Oh, my God.
Look, I work in children's ministry, but I don't actually have kids, so I don't just keep a record of everything kid-related.
So mutton busting, do you remember what that is?
Yes, it's when the little kids wear helmets and get on sheeps and they, run.
Do you think the sheeps like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think they care.
I wouldn't like it if, a 50-pound little kid was jumping on me, but...
You try and buck them off.
Yeah, I'd kick them.
Wow.
No. Well, actually, kids do jump on me quite a lot, and I don't kick them.
Are you sure you should be working in children's ministry? Are you sure?
I promise I don't kick the kids.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, there's gonna be at Bayou Fest right here in Lamarck. There's gonna be mutton busting. There is going to be carnival face painting, carnival rides. I remember my son was about 2 years old, and we went out there, and there's a pumpkin painting little spot where he could decorate it, which we kept that pumpkin for years. We actually moved.
Was it a real pumpkin?
It was a straight up real pumpkin.
And it didn't rot?
Well, you know what? Yes, it did. I'm about to get to that. It did rot. One day somebody accidentally knocked it over, and it just was it shattered, and it was just nothing but rotten on the inside. God. But it looked cute, and you couldn't tell. It was by the front door. Somebody accidentally bumped it. But yeah.
What was the smell like?
I wasn't there when it happened. It was just cleaned up. I'm sure it was disgusting. So yeah, Lamarck Bayou Fest taking place this Saturday. I believe it starts at 10. It goes. Actually, no, I'm getting there at 10. It's at 8:30. The fishing tournament starts for little kids.
You're not gonna fish?
Well, I don't think I'm allowed. I'm too old. I'm 33, and it's for kids, so I can try and sneak in, but.
Oh, so 33 is old, but 27 is not?
No, it's not old. 33 is too old to be able to sneak into the kids. As a 27-year-old, Crystal, you may be able to sneak into the kids' fishing tournament.
You know what? Somebody told me 2 days ago that I look 19, and then somebody told me yesterday I look 16. So, I'm aging down, apparently. So maybe I could enter.
How does that make you feel? Is that a compliment, or at this point you're really? I am an adult.
I don't know how to feel about it. I think it depends on who's saying it, because some people, when they say it, I know they're being a jerk. Other people, when they say it, they're being nice. They're like, oh, you're not getting older. You look so young.
Yes.
So it just depends. I think the first person who said I look 19, he started the conversation. I was getting coffee, and he started the conversation by saying, are you even old enough to drink coffee? You look 19. First off, 19-year-olds can drink coffee, sir.
Yeah.
I know much younger that do. And so in that conversation, I feel like he was just being a jerk. And I'm just like...
It was a barista?
No, it was somebody at church. But...
Wow.
So I just looked at him and said, excuse me, sir, I have a master's degree. I'm 26, because I was 26. I'm 27 now.
at the time. Yeah.
But the other one who said I look 16, he was being nice. So I accept that compliment.
Did they tell you yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a couple that comes up here and they volunteer at the church, and they were talking about life experiences, just a conversation, shook their hands, said hi, and they were saying that they had been married for 60 years.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Being married for 60 years and some of the things that they had learned, and I told them that I've been married for 5 years, and I have, and it's flown by. I mentioned that. I said, I've been married for 5 years. It's flown by really quick. They said, you think that's fast? 60 years has flown by so quick, like in the blink of an eye, 20 years, and next thing you know, we're at 60 years, and it seems like, where did it go?
Can you imagine being married to someone for 60 years?
I can, yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean it like that, but like, I don't know, I guess it's because I'm still young, but I can't, 60 years, I can't fathom it. I can't envision myself being 60 years old. So
in general, 60
at all.
And then to be married for it.
For that long? Yeah. I don't have a framework for that.
Yeah. So I told them the one thing that I've learned from being married for 5 years is learning to say I'm sorry. And they were like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I said, yes, that's fine. Like if I realize, hey, I did something wrong, I'm sorry. But the important part of that, the second part, is learning to say I'm sorry even if I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. That's even more important.
Yes and no.
Not for me. It's just yes. Because then you can move on. Because in the grand scheme of things, whatever it is, it's not important. If I said I'm going to take out the trash, or I forgot, it's an honest mistake, or I should just know to take out the trash, or I didn't do something, and, instead of it causing an issue, which it could, there's tension, right. You're supposed to do that. What are you doing? Well, use an honest mistake. Should I say I'm sorry? Maybe?
Yeah, you should. But I think a lot of it depends on the girl. Because for me, if the guy is just saying I'm sorry, but he's not actually saying I know why this bothered you. It's just I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's a tone thing. And I'm just hey, I'm sorry.
No.
I love you. And then move on.
He could straight up say exactly like you. I'm sorry. I love you. But it's no, I need to know that you know why I'm upset.
Okay, now you're digging too deep.
You need to know why it bothers me.
But why?
Because women, well, I don't know. I guess I can't speak for women in general, but me at least, I want to be understood. I want you to know why I didn't like what you did so that you won't do it again. It's if you're just saying I'm sorry so that I stop being mad at you, you're just going to make me more mad.
Okay, but deep down they realize, and you may not be on the same page, but they realize why you're upset. People realize why the other person is upset. Maybe they agree. Maybe they don't agree. And then there's always the one I'm sorry that you got upset. I'm sorry that you feel that way.
You feel that way.
Yeah, it's a little twisted, but I think if you're both growing as people and learning to be, this is with friendship, relationships, maybe even boss, coworkers, if you're learning to work together and you are trying to achieve a common goal, in marriage, we're talking okay, if you're married for 60 years, you're on the same team. And that's something I learned from Pastor Josh. It's teamwork.
That's true.
Why would you want to make that person upset or feel hey, I'm trying to win. I got to get to the bottom of the argument. I want to be the winner at the end of the day. No, because then you both lose.
Exactly.
Why would you want to beat that person down? But that's not just in love and marriage. That's also friendship and everything else.
Yeah. No.
It's interesting.
I agree with all of that. But just in a friendship, if you're just saying I'm sorry so that they stop being mad, that's not working towards the team.
Does it matter?
That's not fixing anything.
Well, does it matter if I say I'm sorry and I'm holding a baseball bat? My wife just said I like that he's saying that while holding a bat. This is for the Astros. I think that they're going to win tonight. But yeah, this is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:34 a.m. and we are talking a little bit about everything. And I've been asking some people, if you're watching on Facebook, watching on social media, let me know, 1, where you're watching from, 2, what you got going on today, 3, is it an excuse to not go do a workout if you are sleepy? Because I just want to hear yes. But if the answer is no, don't just put yes, just for my sake. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Colleen. And everybody who's taking some time to tune in, feel free to share this out. We're going to spread some positivity. We're trying a different format today, and there is not a guest scheduled. So we're just going to be chatting for a bit and spreading some positivity. And I want to chat with you if you're watching on Facebook and let me know what you got going on this weekend and this week. I saw that Jennifer Earl said she's going to support the Stings, Texas City Stings, and watch my girl dance as a Stingerette streamer dance tonight. That sounds like it's going to be awesome. And I see some of the pictures that she posts of the girls like doing dances and stuff, and they can kick really high.
Do you think River's going to be a dancer?
I think that River has potential to be a dancer if she wants to be. I think that my wife Jennifer has looked into dance classes, so that may get her started in the right direction. Yeah, we'll see. I think she will do like music and want to sing as well. But she can do, obviously whenever you're young, that's the time to try everything and see if there's something that sticks and do whatever you want, really. But
let's be real. We all know that you're raising Kellen and River and the new baby that's coming to be the revival of Tiger Party.
Starting a family band.
Yes. Starting
a family band. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Kellen likes music, but he likes to sing, and River likes to sing, and she will pick up an instrument if she sees me having one. Kellen wants to like take it from my hand and play it. River's like, hey, I want to hold mine too. So they're totally different and the same at the same time. So yeah, right now it's 9:36. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We have some exciting stuff that's coming up with KHEA, including the journey that is local live sports. So, Jennifer Earl watching, and she was talking about going and rooting on the Stings tonight, and then her daughter. We're looking at connecting with some of the local school districts. We're looking at connecting with some of the local high schools and JV, junior high. If there's like a live sports event going on, we have the ability to broadcast it. We have the ability to like spotlight these local kids, these local, talented kids that are going to be the future. We're going to be doing some of that. So what that looks like is going to be interesting, and we're going to be broadcasting that, I think, debuting it this week, or testing it out this week to debut it next week. That's our hope.
My brother has a baseball game on Saturday, if you want to.
Where's it at?
Big League Dreams.
In League City.
Yeah.
Is it fun there?
So, is my dad watching right now?
I don't know. He was at the very beginning. Yes, I see Randy Narvez. I don't know if he had tuned out, but good morning, sir. And
okay.
I saw that your sister was, Hannah. She said, yo, Crystal Narvez. And
hey.
The only thing is there was no yo, Gardy Garcia. But I understand.
Well, I'm going to pretend like they're not watching, and then I'm going to answer your question. Is it fun at Big League Dreams? I think it depends on what you're doing. If you're watching a bunch of little boys that are really good at baseball, then yes, it is so much fun. If you're watching a bunch of little boys that are not very good at baseball, it is not fun.
So which one are you saying that you're watching?
That's the mystery.
Well, your brother, he's good, though.
Oh, no, my brother is fantastic. He's going to go pro.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, Big League Dreams is very cool because if I understand correctly, they mirrored those ballparks after like big
after the actual
parks.
Stadiums. Yeah. So each of them is named like, I don't know enough
Wrigley
about,
Field.
Yeah,
and man, that's cool. See, I remember when they built that, and the only thing, so I never got into playing like softball, like grown men leagues there, because they have those.
Like just for fun?
Like if me and your dad wanted to have a team, like we could have a softball team and we could go play at Big League Dreams.
Oh,
Did you know
gotta tell him about this. You and him starting a softball league? This sounds like my worst nightmare.
No, see, I don't think I would do that. I don't think, first of all, I think that he's too busy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and then second.
But he would make time for you.
But I have no desire. I don't think I have the desire. But if I did, I'd probably have fun. But just to me, I'm just like, I don't want to go play softball, but a lot of people do it, and it's a good way to get out, stay active and do everything else.
You know what's better? An adult dodgeball team.
See, I'm going to have to agree with you.
I'm going to have to agree with you. People with the balls.
Hey, I see Justin West just tuned in. Maybe he could be on our softball team.
I feel like he would be really good. I feel like he could make home runs.
He has too big of a strike zone.
That's true.
He's like 6'8".
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, so it's like
up
knee
there.
to belt to chest, and it's like you just kind of gotta
But I
get
feel
it over
like
there somewhere.
he'd have like a really powerful swing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he'd be fast because his legs are long.
Yeah. It checks out. It checks out. Those are all very good points, but right now it's 9:40. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
I'm Crystal.
And we are hanging out talking about some of the cool things that are happening this weekend, including Lamarck Bayou Fest at Highland Bayou Park. If you have an event that's going on, reach out to me. You can always send me an email, KHEA@KHEAradio.com. Send me a message on Facebook. If it is something positive, we can share it out. If you are a good guest to come on our show, hey, reach out to me if you have something going on, and we'll see if we can bring you in and get that worked out. But it's always a fun time in here, and I appreciate you, Crystal, for hanging out.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And just since I've got the mic and I've got the time,
Yes.
I just want to let everybody know that on October 31st from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., we are having at Abundant Life Christian Center our Hallelujah Harvest, which is our fall festival. So we'll have candy, we'll have food trucks, we'll have bounce houses. I think we're going to have a petting zoo, all kinds of fun things, costume contest. So bring your little ones. We want to see y'all.
KHEA Radio is going to be there.
Yeah.
Are you shocked?
Oh, yeah, no.
That's hard to do. To get KHEA booked out there.
I know. Man,
Yeah.
Y'all are so busy. I don't know how y'all have the time.
But I have time to start a softball team. Yeah.
Hey, you could recruit for your softball team at Harvest.
Oh, hey, Ben. This is Ben. Ben, and I'm not sure if I'm saying your last name correctly, but this is accurate. If it's accurate or not, it's Fontenot. But this is an event that I'm going to share this out as well. If there is a Facebook event, this is pretty cool. 50 hours of nonstop worship, prayer, and gospel proclamation in Galveston will be at the Raceway, 5714 Broadway, Galveston, Texas 77551. That's this weekend. I think it's like three days or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, we had messaged and talked about it, but we had brought them in, and I believe they were doing the comedy show, and they had Bob Smiley, and this is another event that they're doing. So it's not put on by a church, by like one single church. There's a group
It's like
of
a collective.
Yeah, it's a collective. Do you think that's difficult to do? Like have multiple churches, like collective of people come together and like work towards that common goal.
Yeah. I mean, I think whenever you have more than one person working towards anything, it can be challenging. Teamwork's not always an easy thing.
Yeah.
Especially when it's big organizations, because each organization has its own staff and lots of people. But I think as long as the goal, like the common goal, I mean, with the church should obviously be Jesus. And I think as long as you stay focused on that goal, it could work.
Yeah, that's the way the 4Bs organization is. Have you been in here whenever they come in? They've come in 2 times.
Yeah, they're the disaster relief.
Yeah, 4B Disaster Response Network. And they are they started after Harvey as a collection of churches that were doing outreach to help people. And I ran into them the other day at an event, and it was in the parking lot of their building. So I went in there and saw like all the stuff, and it looked awesome. They had a bunch of stuff in there, and I that's what I said. I was like, man, this is great. You have a lot of space. They said, well, actually, they had downsized. They used to be in the old Kroger off of 518 in League City, which is huge.
Yeah.
And they recently had moved. So they said to them it was like a big, a big shift. But they're opening up a fitness place there. It's called Crunch Fitness.
Crunch Fitness?
It's the name of a gym. And on the top it says like no judgment or something like that.
Crunch? No judgment. I'm judging that name.
Why? What's wrong with it? You think it's like a crunch bar?
I don't know. I think of like crunchy. Like that doesn't sound appealing. Like when I think of a gym, it's like I want to look hot. I want to look good. And crunch?
You don't want to look crunchy.
I don't want to look crunchy.
Okay. So what is a good name? It'd be like tough, or like hard, firm gym.
No, because that sounds too intense. That sounds like there's going to be a bunch of people who actually know what they're doing. And I'm like, nah, not for me.
That's cool. Hey, I found that like group training classes are easier and more fun because then you build that teamwork like with the people that are doing it beside you.
That's true. Because, like, back when I was in grad school, I had a friend who was obsessed with fitness. And so she'd be at the gym all the time. And she dragged me there a couple times. And every time she invited me, I'd go because she was there. She'd, like, lead the workout. And it was like it was almost like having a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And just knowing that, like, okay, this person's going to be there and they'll help me and support me and they won't make fun of me because I suck at working out. That was nice, and it actually motivated me. So, like, I was pretty consistent with it back when I was up there.
Yeah.
Now I'm here and I don't have any friends, so.
Well, that's where you can make friends.
Oh, just walk up to some random person at the gym. Hey, I see you here doing your workout.
Yes.
Let's be friends.
Yes, it works.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, that's why. So I go, well, except for this week, I went on Monday. Did I go on Monday? I went on Monday to the Iron Den, and then I did not go on. So I usually try and work out like 5 to 6 days a week, and it's been a tough week. That's what I was saying. I was like, I need sleep. So yeah, I went on Monday. I didn't go on Tuesday, Wednesday, but anyways. They do a group fitness class, and it's pretty cool. And they offer it like as free, so you can try it. They do a 6-week thing, and then.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like gyms that offer free trials.
Yeah, but for 6 weeks, that's it. Usually it's like.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a great. I have to check that out, actually.
I got all the information for you.
Thanks.
I did a whole vlog series on it. Did you see any of my videos?
No.
It breaks my heart. Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Like I did 6 videos. The first like 4 got like 3,000 views a piece. And then either Facebook changed their algorithms for the last 2, or people were really tired of watching me work out. And they're like, is this guy done already? Come on. Because the last one only got like, I think like around 1,000. But that's like a big jump. I was like 3,000 like a video. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then the last 2, they were just like, no. People got tired of watching me.
Yeah. I mean, if it's only you can only watch only you for so long.
Like how long? Like what's the 4?
I mean,
I guess 4 videos is the max. Now we know. Now we go. Now we know. Hey, good morning, Gayla, Kelly. Good morning, Pierre Castillo. Gayla and her family, they own the Kellys right here in Lamarck.
I love Kelly's. The
Me too.
food is magical and it's huge.
I was trying to find someone to go with me this morning.
I would have went.
See, I should have said something. I texted the wrong person.
Yeah, you did.
They're like, well, I'm not going to be there till. Yeah, but shout out to Kelly's in Lamarck. We did a Shine on Lamarck for him, and I want to do another spotlight whenever they allow us and have the time. But it's a really cool story, and it's an awesome family. You know, her and her husband and her daughter. It's a tight-knit team there. They have people that have been working there since like they opened in the 80s.
Wow.
No joke. That are still working there because they become part of the family.
I love that. I think it's amazing whenever a company can keep its employees for that long because it's like a tight-knit, close.
Yeah.
Like it just shows that it's a great working environment, and that translates over to their great food and their great customer service. And yeah, go Kellys.
So the other day, actually I guess it was yesterday, was it Dick Burnell was in town, right? Well, Dick Burnell was in town the other day, but Steve Hage was in town.
Okay.
He's currently still in town, but he was talking about them going to Kelly's, and that Dick Burnell was just blown away. He's from California, from Silicon Valley.
So he hasn't had food like this.
He doesn't know like Texas-sized food, country cooking. He's from Silicon Valley, California, which is awesome, but it's California. You know, so they took him to Kelly's, and he was like taking pictures, like amazed, like, oh my gosh, look at this plate, look at these pancakes, look at this chicken fried steak. He was just like, he blown away.
Yeah, well, like their baked potato is literally like bigger than my head. It's like 5 potatoes in one.
I don't know where they get them.
I don't either. It's insane. But I love them, and I eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, so it's right now 9:49. I think we're going to be on for about 10 more minutes. At 10 o'clock, have a meeting, have some filming that we need to get done, and going to sew the show up a bit early, but had a lot of fun. Is there any other events that we need to touch on? I know we have camp meeting taking place at Abundant Life in November.
Yes, we have our Unshakable conference from November 3rd through November 6th.
Yeah, that's Sunday through Wednesday.
Yes, and we will be having guest speakers Nathan Morris, Samuel Rodriguez, Jesse Duplantis, and Ron Carpenter. And we will be doing a fall VBS for the kids.
Is there a part that you are looking forward to the most? You're going to be in the back the entire time, aren't you?
I'm going to be with the kids the entire time.
So I guess that's what you are looking forward to?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm hoping that if we can get enough volunteers, then maybe I can go in for Samuel Rodriguez.
Okay, so that's the speaker that you would break away?
That would be the one I would break away for if I could. But
is there a reason why?
So I just really enjoy him. I actually met him back in 2015 when I was in Israel. So I went to Oral Roberts University, and I went on a trip where we spent like 2 weeks in Bethlehem doing service and missions work. And then we spent 2 weeks in Jerusalem working for a conference. It was the Empowered 21 conference. And it's like a big conference full of charismatic Christian preachers. And so he was one of the preachers there. And so I was working the conference, just doing a lot of the admin stuff and just like silly little things. Like they'd have all the speakers in a room and I'd like bring them a drink or like a Coke or something or food. So I actually met him. I brought him a Diet Coke and some food. He would not know who I am, but I know who he is.
What if he did, though? Isn't that crazy? And he's like, hey, you brought me a Diet Coke. Like, you bring him another Diet Coke?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I saw you in Israel.
It's like deja vu. This
5 years ago.
This is really weird. You know who's like that? Mays Middleton. He's one of the Texas representatives. I met him post-Harvey. Whenever he came to our campus as we were handing out goods and, a lot of people were coming together to help the community. I met him then, and then I ran into him about 2 or 3 months ago, and I went and shook his hand. I was like, hey, I'm Gardy. He's like, yeah, I know you.
He remembered you?
Yeah, he remembered me. And I was with someone else, and they were like, I haven't met him. What's your name? But he remembered me. He was like, yeah, I know, and he, like exactly who I was. I was like, man, that's cool.
Doesn't that just make you feel good?
Well, it does. I feel like that's a gift. That's like that memory, the faces, and then not just knowing like I know you from somewhere, but knowing exactly where it's from.
Right.
That's on purpose. It makes such a big difference whenever like if you can remember somebody's name, that can change like everything. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Never know.
I try to do that in children's church whenever the kids are coming. It's like I try to make sure that whenever they get there, I say, hey, and whatever their name is. It's like, I'm going to know every single one of y'all's names.
Yeah.
There's like over 100 of you, but I'm going to know all your names.
Do they have name tags?
They do have name tags.
Just like make sure that you like look down like, hey.
Well, I'm the check-in. Like I'm in the check-in desk. So
okay.
I actually check them in and get them their name tags. So I try to...
Before?
Yeah. I try to know all the kids so that when I see them coming down the hall, I'll have their name tag ready for them when they get there.
Yeah. That's like they say like a humble brag. Just like on the name, like, hey, Kellen.
Yeah.
Here's your name tag.
It's like, here's your name tag.
You remember my name?
Yeah.
Yes.
As soon as they walk up, it's like, I already got all y'all's name tags.
So camp meetings taking place. It's called the Unshakable Conference. Last year, I believe it was the Unshakable Family Conference.
Yep.
This year, the Unshakable Conference is taking place in November. This is the place where you need to be. You need to mark your calendars if you need to take off work or make an excuse not to go to the gym the next day. This is going to be it in November 3rd through the 6th, where we're going to be having guest ministers in from all over the world that are sharing the good news, and it's a great time. I think if I'm looking forward to someone the most, it would have to be Ron Carpenter, which he's on Wednesday night. And Ron Carpenter last year, it was awesome. And then knowing the uncertainty of the music from last year on that night, I think I'm looking forward to the challenge of knowing the uncertainty that's going to happen on that night again as well.
See, I like that that's how you're framing it. You're like, I know this is going to be a challenge, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we're going to navigate it.
Positivity.
And it's going to be a great time.
I've never seen him speak. So I guess he would be my second. If I can't get out for Samuel Rodriguez, then I want to get out for Ron Carpenter.
Yeah.
But let's be real, I'm not getting out.
It's gonna be packed. So I brought my friend who grew up Baptist, Cody. He actually plays in the band with us at times. Yeah. Cody was there for that, but he grew up Baptist. I mean, I've been to church with Cody like quite a bit. Like when we were kids. If I stayed at his house, we'd go to church on Sunday.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that he grew up Baptist, just because whenever I see him on the stage, he's like dancing with his guitar.
Yes.
And like a lot of the people I know who are Baptist,
they don't do that.
They don't really.
Well, they don't do that in church. But I grew up playing music with Cody, and so we would play like like rock venues. Like
okay.
we played everywhere, like at the park, house shows, White Oak Music Hall, Fitzgerald. Like we played where like toured and did stuff. So we played like the White Rabbit in San Antonio. I was talking to one of the guys from San Antonio. That's like a metal venue. We weren't a metal band, but we played. So like it's different, for that because we grew up. Yeah, but in church, like a Baptist for him at his church at least, that's not what it was. It was very like people didn't clap.
Yeah, you don't clap. You kind of just stand there, right?
Man, yeah. And for me, it was. I almost felt a little out of place. No one knew or cared probably, but just like what am I like, trying to clap? No, you can't. It was awesome. But yeah, Cody was there, and he was for the ministry part. He's kind of sitting there, and I was just like watching him as much as I was watching Ron Carpenter. But hey, right now it's 9:55. This is KHEA. Is there anything else that we need to touch on?
I don't think so.
I think we got it all. Unshakable Family, November. We have our Hallelujah Harvest. It's the fall festival on October 31st. What time is it again?
It's 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And there will be a costume contest for the kids, a petting zoo, hay rides, bounce houses, food trucks, a foam party. I don't know what that means, but I know I'll be there.
Yeah. I think they just have like an area designated and there's foam and the kids just get to like dive in it.
That sounds like amazing.
Yeah. So they can get all hot and sweaty and then just go play in the foam party and then they don't even need to take a bath. You just get them sugar and then you put them straight into bed and they're good to go. All right. This has been Kickstart, KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Make sure that you tune in again tomorrow on Friday as we are going to be having Joel from Nobility in studio, and we're going to have Bart from UPW hanging out as well during the 10 o'clock hour. So if you're watching right now, thank you so much for hanging out. Feel free to share this video out, and let's spread some positivity throughout the community and Facebook for the rest of the day. Be blessed.